After harsh criticism from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and other conservatives, the revised curriculum of AP African American Studies for high schoolers has been released. Some of the contemporary topics like critical race theory and Black Lives Matter have been stripped, while a new portion has been added. NBC News correspondent Ron Allen joins us now with the latest on this. Hey, Ron, so we know a lot of the original content has been changed, was stripped out, like I just mentioned, from when AP African American Studies was first introduced, and that was back in August. So tell us what we're seeing now in this changed version.
Well, all of this is very debatable, exactly what is in and what is out. As is the case with most things academic, there's a lot of debate about what concepts actually mean. Like when you mentioned critical race theory, what is that? What is that not? Generally speaking, though, conservatives objected to the curriculum because they thought it dealt too much with theory and ideas that they saw as too progressive, as indoctrinating on issues of gender and race, which is essentially some of what critical race theory is about, this idea that race and discrimination and the black experience were central to the history of America. They wanted things in this curriculum. For example, there's a section that deals with black conservatism that wasn't there before. Some of this is optional, some of it's not. So there's going to be a lot of debates going forward about exactly what the curriculum should be in any particular community, what authors should be included and who should not. That's going to continue, but there's a big dispute about the role of race discrimination in America's history and whose interpretation of that should dominate in these courses.
Ron, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has strongly opposed this AP curriculum since its introduction, which many people think is part of the reason for these changes, or they point to that anyway as the reasoning for going back and stripping some of that out. But leaders at the College Board say it doesn't bow down to political pressure. Why is it important for the nonprofit to get this collective acceptance of this course? And what's being said about the fact that they're saying that that's not why?
Well, the College Board is a nonprofit. It's trying to make money. It's trying to have this course widely distributed in schools across the country. These AP courses are important to high school students who are trying to get college credit and get acceptance and the exams to get into colleges. It's the gold standard in many cases across the country, not in terms of African American history, but in other courses. And you're right. Yes, a lot of the opponents of this were in Florida, Governor DeSantis and the conservatives. And the pushback is that a lot of people feel that he should not be dictating this, and that he is dictating this, and that this has become political, and this is not a debate about education but politics. And it's going to continue, and it will work out differently in Florida than in New York and California and elsewhere, but it's a very, very emotional subject.
All right, Ron Allen for us. Thank you so much, Ron.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.